Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this next 72 hours pick a card reading. And for your reading today, I do have 3 piles for you to choose from. We have Group A, you have the unseen. Too much is hidden from you. And Group B, we have divine sensuality, making love, erotica. And Group C, you have endurance. Keep going. So please go ahead and choose your pile and I will see you in the reading. If for some reason your intuition is not working today, feel free to use a number picker or number generator, which is a tool you can find online, to choose from one of these 3 groups here. And take your time, and your first mind is always your right mind. So just keep that in mind, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, Group A, and welcome to your reading. I just noticed the camera is like a little bit tilted there. Hold on one second. Okay, that's better. All right, let's see. We have the unseen here. Too much is hidden from you. Yeah, so things are not clear beneath the surface. If you're looking at like water, it's murky down there. You don't know where you're stepping. You don't know what's below the surface. So for that reason, over the next 72 hours, your guidance is to, it's contradictory because I feel like part of you is wanting your freedom, freedom away from people, away from society, to do things on your own. And I think there's a way to do this. And the strategy that I would recommend from you is to definitely go ahead with that instinct, but to do that in a safe manner, which is to remove yourself from those people and situations and contracts which are not maybe giving you your personal freedom and attainment, but to do that in an environment that is more wild and free, for example, out in nature, or maybe a retreat or something like that, because you do have a card here that suggests that you want to maintain really good boundaries. So this could be a time for you to retire on your own, not necessarily, maybe you are going through a retirement phase when it comes to your work, job, or career. But if that's not the case, then you want to retire from society here on your own. Take some time on your own. This could be in the form of, for example, going out into the woods or into nature, or doing something where, because you have the wildling here, where you are more connected to that primal part of yourself, the part of yourself that is in touch with your deepest needs and desires, wants, and respects that your need for freedom away from other people and their expectations of you, and perhaps any contracts that are hindering you right now. And with the moon energy, that's exactly what I'm seeing here is there's just things transforming behind the scenes. As fast as a mushroom grows overnight, for example, if you ever see a mushroom, it just kind of grows in the dark and with very little food, actually. It doesn't need much. So over the next 72 hours, this mushroom is blooming in the dark, and that mushroom is kind of that primordial part of yourself that maybe it could be emotions and feelings and things that you've kept hidden. They're bubbling to the surface, and it's kind of necessary for you to take a break from pretty much anything here that could be a distraction to you going through this radical transformation. There is a death here. Now, I don't really feel this is a physical death. I feel like this is more of that transformation energy, right? We just had that full moon in Scorpio. I'm definitely picking up the 8th house here. And so again, the theme of transformation is coming through. But you do have, for your Moonology card, waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams. So there is something here that I feel is manifesting for you in terms of something you've always wanted, you've always kind of held dear. Something that you've been wanting to manifest is definitely taking shape. It's starting to grow. It's starting to pick up pace here. And so you just need to have faith to see it through. So I'm not suggesting any radical changes other than like what I said in terms of your keeping good boundaries here and maybe removing yourself from people and situations that tend to maybe distract you from some of the things that you want to focus on in terms of your own energy. You do have very potent energy here when it comes to creativity, relationships. There's an energy here for if you want to rejuvenate any relationships. There's definitely a creative spark of passion here that is just blessing your life is what I can see. And whatever you use this wand for, it's going to kind of come to life because you also have the sun energy here. So this is life force energy. You have very strong life force energy. You could be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, or any other fire sign, but strong sun energy, that's your ego, that's your life force, that's your essence. Also getting in touch with the inner child would be useful at this point. With the Knight of Swords, there's not much holding you back. You're just going to go for it. You have a very direct approach. I do recommend sports or activities here that are a great way to channel your energy. For example, anything that is truly athletic, that is truly competitive. I see you excelling at that. There also is some quick news coming in, a quick event. You could be dealing with an air sign such as a Gemini, someone that is very just straight to the point here, very direct. They could be a little bit too direct for you. You might, I don't know, feel like they're too direct for you for some reason. I'm also getting direct messages or something like that. So something's coming in quickly though. Something is coming in fast, and they want you to stay optimistic, especially when it comes to your love life. Stay positive. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. We have faith twice here. Faith in your dreams, faith in your love life. Stay optimistic, very important, while this transformation occurs behind the scenes. Is there anything else? This is very good. This is very good energy. I've kind of given you some cheat codes here with regards to what is happening, and you may have probably picked up on this already. But the key here is to remove yourself from society in a way that you're able to maintain your boundaries and get in touch with your more primal nature. I do suggest a nature retreat. I do suggest getting out into the wilderness or doing something that kind of puts you more in touch with that wild part of yourself, which is part of the reason why this moon energy is here, because there's a lot that you've kept hidden. And I think that has to do with your own biology, your own human nature, and the things that you're wanting to express more freely in your life. And that could be in any part of your life. But you look like you have time to do that. So I would take this time now to do that and focus on those things that are important to you. So thank you so much, Group A, for listening, and take care. Hello, Group B. Welcome to your reading, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Let's go ahead and jump into it. You have card 22, which, by the way, is a master number, and divine sensuality, making love, erotica. So getting in touch with your sensual self, whether feminine or masculine here. Maybe if you are a man, getting in touch with your feminine side. If you are a female, once again, getting in touch with your yin energy. So you may literally be doing this or experiencing this through different means. Spending time with yourself, making love, erotica, doing erotica could be anything, reading erotic literature, looking at erotic art, images, or whatever. But I do feel here that there's a need for you to get in touch with your more of what is your love instinct here in a situation, as opposed to what has society taught you how to behave. Okay, we want to get in touch with the deeper parts of ourselves. That's kind of the message coming through here, and it is a repeating message also from Group A. So some of you are self-employed or interested in self-employment. This could also be just a phase here coming up for you over the next 72 hours where you will be self-employed or exploring this as an avenue or a route of means of self-creation, etc. And what do you need to release? We have the waning moon here. Well, we just had the full moon, so yes, the energy will be pulling away eventually, but I'm getting this more as a future forecast here, that there are some things that you are going to start to need to release. And I'm not sure in what area just yet, as it's not pointing that out to me, but it could be fears. Okay, it could be fears here. It could be certain things regarding conditioning. What you've been taught is true in relationships, because I am seeing with the Get Wild card here, the spirit animal is a wolf. So you may relate strongly to the wolf. And back in the old days, a long time ago, humans were hunter-gatherers, okay? And so you have a lifestyle here where you're constantly on the move. If there was no food, no water, you had to move to go find that food and water and cultivate the land. So I'm thinking, I'm going back out into the Southwest or the Western United States. And I'm thinking of, the indigenous cultures out there. And so if you go into the canyons, for example, you'll see remnants of these societies, of these people. For example, the Fremont or whatever. But there was a change then to agrarian culture where people had to stay in one place and become farmers, and then from there build modern civilization. And we lost, and so wolves were actually considered a threat to society at one point because they would just come in and steal the food, right? They would kill the animals. But when we lost the hunter-gatherer part of ourselves, we also lost that wolf instinct. And that wolf instinct is to, not necessarily to be a stalker or a predator, but it is that kind of primal urge to, when you're hungry for something, you go for it. You have a drive, you have a need to find what it is you're looking for and just go for it and not hold back and not, there's society rules getting in the way is what I'm getting here. That's kind of going against your own internal primal nature, your own instincts. So they want you to get back in touch with your own instincts here. And with the Pope and the Magician, you are manifesting from a place of conformity here. This is your super ego. This is your, what is society telling you to do is right. This is some sort of conformity here that you're manifesting from. And this could even be impacting your finances and career. It could actually be holding you back in some ways. If you are experiencing financial issues, they are a factor in your love life, but I feel more than anything, your love life is also a factor here. So not only are your finances and careers being impacted by this kind of takeover of like society, modern society impacting you, it is kind of blocking you, and I think it's blocking your love life. And so there's a wild part of you, an instinctual part of you that you need to explore. And I feel like that wants to come through right now. Okay. So, because I feel like there's something here that you're holding yourself back doing or releasing. And that's because there's some part of you that's been brainwashed or conditioned, or you think you have to do something a certain way. And we have 22 again, and it's repeating. Now this is 22, 22, 22, the third time. So I would definitely research that master number. But you have a choice to make here. Okay, you have a fork in the road. There is a meeting point here, and it's a divergence where there is no right or wrong way. Do you go left or do you go right? You're simply just going to have to choose here. And there could be some indecision and uncertainty with the moon card here. But I feel like you will make a choice, you will make a decision, and I suggest you go for the less common choice. I suggest you go for the thing that you are reaching for, that you think is a reach, because I don't think that it is. I think that, like I said, you're manifesting from a place of what I ought to do, what I should do, what my parents taught me, what I feel I know is right. But it doesn't really match with your instincts. It's not what your instincts are telling you to do. And I feel like you're suppressing those instincts right now, but they want you to get wild with those choices. They want you to do something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone here, or a lot out of your comfort zone. You have judgment, so there is a final decision coming, and This is where we step into our accepting responsibility and being accountable for our decisions. So you are a mature person, I'm assuming. You're not a dweeb or someone here that is not capable of making their own decisions, unless you are perhaps a vegetable or something on life support. I don't know. But you are going to take responsibility here, and you are going to accept all the things that you've done that have gotten you to this current place in your life. And you are going to take a deep breath here and move forward and make a final decision, because you know in your heart of hearts what is the right thing to do. And it doesn't have much to do with what society is telling you. It has more to do with what your instincts are telling you are the right things to do, is the right thing to do. And this could have to do with love or career or both. I feel like I'm kind of getting that your love life here is the first thing that is being affected, and that the more you get in touch with that primal part of yourself, that's going to open up the door for better finances and career. They're actually connected from what I can see. Now, we have the Emperor here. So this is the divine masculine, and so you could resonate. You could be a divine masculine or dealing with one. I do get Aries, Taurus, or Leo as well. And so this is also about honoring that masculine part of yourself, but also stepping into that role here. Okay. Because it's about knowing what you deserve, your value, your, also, like I said, what your instincts are telling you to do here. So wolf spirit coming through. This is going to attract that feminine energy into your life that you're looking for when you step into this masculine energy. And it's very respectful, it's very honorable, it's very noble, and it is the correct thing to do here. And you're going to maintain that energy for as long as you can. Okay, it's a high vibration. So being in the Emperor energy, we have very good boundaries, structure, authority, rules, and we are this is a very strong leader energy here. So you will be looked up to, you will be seen as a leader in your field and society, and also just in your own life. The other thing I want to say is one thing that would help you is not to compare yourself to what everyone else is doing and where everyone else is, but rather past versions of yourself, because this is about the next version of you that you are coming into, and it's very nice from what I'm seeing here. Now, we do have the moon feelings coming through here, and we have the moon twice. So again, the instincts coming through, the nurturing, the gut reactions, the comfort, the digestion, the home, the family, the conditioning, the habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotion, sustenance, self-soothing moods, and mother. So as you are coming into the balancing your masculine and feminine energy, they just simply want you to remember that your instincts are not wrong. Your need to nurture and be nurtured are right on point. Those gut reactions are right on point. Your comfort levels are a great signal for you. Keep those in the forefront. Digestion is coming up here. So if you get those tummy rumbles or you're starting to feel a little uneasy, you're just learning to incorporate more of those instincts into your masculine energy. Okay. Anything else? I think that's about it, guys. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading, and I hope you all are well and take care. Hello, Group C. Welcome to your reading, and thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go ahead and get into it. So your card here is Endurance, Keep Going, number 43. So 43 could be a significant number. This could be your age, or it could just be a milestone for you. Obviously, the writing is on the wall here. Okay, so you haven't reached the end yet. You do need to keep going. Now, endurance could be in any area of your life, but I am picking up in terms of your career, possibly, or having to do with your physical strength. You could be working on your endurance and getting stronger and working on your vision here, your creative vision, your leadership, and what drives you forward here, being able to do things longer. So it looks like you have some decisions to make here. in what area of your life. It could be relationships. It could have to do with career. I'm guessing possibly marriage or relationships because your seventh house of relating is here. Remember, confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So you could be a Leo or have Leo moon, Leo sun, moon, or rising. But it's very important that you step into this leadership role here. Maintain your confidence levels because it looks like you know what you're doing. And when it comes to your relationships, they do want you to keep an open mind here. You could be engaging two people here or more, or looking at your options. And they're advising you to not have anything set in stone. Not have anything set in stone, and definitely keep an open mind. Keep your options open right now, because it looks like you are still exploring some things when it comes to your love life. And it's just important to be confident in whatever it is you do here, because you do have that going on for you. Now, there does seem to be some major changes, major endings, major transformations happening. This could have to do with your identity, your career, your love life, simply the end of a cycle as well. With the world here, it looks like you have mastered a major life lesson, and there's no need for you to repeat whatever this lesson is. It's simply over whatever this phase of your life is, this chapter. It's a major chapter. And so it looks like with the last card of the major arcana, you are moving on to the next. The next one here, there is a major obstacle that you are facing. We have the mountain here. So this is a blockage or a restriction. It looks like Saturn's energy to me, if I'm to be honest. And so these people are standing at the base of what looks like Mount Everest. And it looks like they're getting ready to climb this mountain or walk around it. Or if they have a helicopter or something. But here, it looks like you're going to need a lot of endurance, especially when it comes to this obstacle coming up for you. So getting ready to climb a big mountain, it looks like, and you're going to need your energy. So this could have to do with your love life or relationships as well, or some sort of decision here that you're going to have to make with regards to these restrictions, this obstacle that you're dealing with. We have some other cards here on the table. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the title card, which I think this title card came up reversed. I'm not really positive, so I'll just keep it in the upright. But you are working on your sovereignty, your independence, yourself, your body, being a single, capable person on your own, looking good, feeling good, smelling good. And these transformations are happening quickly, okay? A lot of instincts are coming through, a lot of powerful... I'm getting like a she-wolf. There's a she-wolf in the closet, or there's like some part of you that it's like you transform back into your body somehow. That's what I'm getting. Like you went from being this like predacious like wolf creature to back into this like beautiful feminine maiden energy. And then once again, we're working on our title. We're working on our cover art. We're working on our some contract here, possibly, or our image or our photograph or something. And this is all happening quickly, it looks like. And I was like, ooh, nani, 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 nani. Somebody's eating your panani. You got the Queen of Sex Wands here, the Queen of Wands. So this is that fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And there is someone here that does want to please you. There is someone here that is willing to do pretty much anything for you. And, you know, I think that you're open to it. I think that you're ready. I think that you are also exploring in your love life. You're open to experimenting and doing different things and enjoying yourself and maintaining that sense of confidence and authority and sovereignty, leading with passion and integrity, and really kind of opening the way for more creativity, more passion, more leadership within a structure here. And that's kind of where I see you going. So this looks really lovely, really nice. If you are coming out with a book or a product, or you could be communicating about this image, this product, this book. I see you doing something on your own. You're very confident here. You're able to make these decisions. And I don't think you're ready to settle down. I do think that you are possibly choosing between 1 or 2 people here when it comes to marriage partners, relationship partners, or you are just simply in an open relationship here where you're free to choose at this point. You don't have to settle with anything. I definitely do. Settling is not in the picture here. There is no settling here, especially with this Queen of Wands energy. It's more about what is attractive to you, or what you're attracted to, what you're passionate about, what excites you, and what you're drawn to at this point. So this looks really lovely. Anything else? Yeah, just keep going, keep doing you, keep going forward. You know, we're not there yet, but you are going to need some strength and some energy here. So make sure you take those supplements, take your nutrition and your exercise seriously, because you're definitely on your path forward here. So Group C, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you did enjoy this reading, and take care.